Are you freaking out because of Apex Traders Funding's new payout rules? Are you concerned about how to set stop losses and 3-to-1 risk parameter that they have going on? Are you confused on what DCAing is and whether or not you can or cannot do it at Apex? Have you been told that you can't pass a $250,000 evaluation in one trading day? Well, I'm going to answer all these questions for you in this video, and I'm also going to show you how I passed a $250,000 evaluation in one day. And bonus material at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you live clips of me trading in the $250,000 evaluation. So pay attention, because this is the only Apex Trader Funding video you're going to need to. First, I'm going to show you direct screenshots from the Apex Trader Funding Discord where Daryl, the owner, the CEO, is answering these questions. And he's letting us know whether or not we can use mental stops, whether or not we can do DCA. And I'm also going to go over with you what the 3-to-1 risk parameter is. And then at the tail end of the video, we're going to go into my $250,000 evaluation that I passed today, making $15,000 in profits. Let's jump into this. All right, guys, as we get into this, do me a quick favor, hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, check out the link in the description and comment section to the prop firm with my code, all caps, JesseW, for your deepest and best discount available. Remember the $250,000 evaluation right now, you get it for 16 bucks and change with Rhythmic or $18 and change with Tradeovate. I passed one today. We're going to go over that one in a little bit. Let's jump into these questions. So here you have a screenshot from the Discord server for Apex Trader. This morning, I went in there because I wanted the answers directly from the man, and I saw that he had answered it already, so there's no point for me to ask him. All I went was into the search bar, put Daryl Martin, which is, as we all know, the owner, CEO of Apex Trader Funding. And when I put his name in there inside of their server, you can see right here, their server, Apex Trader Funding up here. You can see all their channels. You get all the different things. What I did was I put his name and I put mental stop, and you could see right here post that he made about it. You could see here something else about TA, and we're going to go into all this right now. The very first thing that we're going to go into is whether or not you can use mental hard stops and mental take profits. Also important for me, because that is how I trade. That's how I've always traded, because I have no problem taking profits where I'm supposed to, and I have no problem stopping out when I'm wrong. So mental stops are absolutely essential for me. I hate fiddling around trying to put hard stops on. And we all know if you use Tradeovate, you can't use bracket orders when you're doing copy trader, because you put the bracket order on your lead account and the rest do not get it, which absolutely sucks. Tradeovate, fix that crap, please. It would make life so much easier for a lot of us. So I was extremely concerned about that when I heard about the stops and having to have physical stops. So I really wanted to see some clarity on this. And remember, all these rules were said to take place already, starting with this payout. I already got paid out $4,000. It was confirmed yesterday, just waiting for it to hit the bank. You could see right in here, we'll zoom in, you can use mental stops and take profit as long as not abused and your average risk reward lines up. We aren't looking at a per trade basis. Okay, that's what it says there. This is very key, and this is exactly why my $4,000 in payouts yesterday were approved, because although I use mental stops and for the most part a lot of mental take profit zones, my risk reward parameters stay sound and they stay the same across the board. You're not going to see me, take obscene risk on one trade, a little bit of risk on another. No, it's going to be across the board, basically the same dollar amount, like I've always taught you guys here in the channel and in my courses, links in the description. So you can still use the mental stops as long as you're not abusing the system and your average risk reward lines up. That's very, very key. Remember, your average risk reward should always line up, no matter if you're trading at the prop firm or if you're trading in your private to individual account. No matter what you're trading, either what vehicle you're trading, your average risk reward should always be the same across the board. This is a numbers game. This is how we win. So you can continue to use these mental stops. Super happy about that, because it's absolutely essential to my trading style, and especially since I use Tradeovate and Copy Trader to trade on multiple accounts. Now, The other thing that people were kind of freaking out a little bit about was the 3-to-1 risk parameters. Jesse, how can there be a 3-to-1 risk reward parameter? What do they mean? Don't they mean 1 to 3 risk reward parameters? Does that mean I have to only risk $1 now to make 3? Oh my God, that's so difficult. Yeah, it is difficult, but that shows you patience. But that's not even what they're saying. They're not telling you that you got to risk $1 to make 3, even though I tell you that that's the proper way to trade. Risk 1 to make 2, risk 1 to make 3, maybe sometimes risk 1 to make 1. I always try to put myself in those risk reward parameters. As a matter of fact, a little bit later, when I show you my $15,000 evaluation profit today, you're going to see exactly that kind of data on there. They're telling you that you can risk $3 to make 1. So think about it this way. You enter a position, you can immediately, if you're trading on one account with TraderBait, for example, you can immediately put a bracket order in there with a 3-point risk and a 1-point reward. Your 1-point reward gets hit, you made money, and that's perfectly fine with them. They're happy with that. They're okay if you do that. So it's not difficult to do that, guys. I mean, they're letting you lose more money than you're willing to make. So stop complaining about that, because that's going to help. If you trade like me, you'll never have to worry about that. So if you trade like me, where I'm like risking 1 to 3, 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 1, then you're good. You don't have to worry about that nonsense, because you're not going to risk $3 to make 1. Now, sure, sometimes you'll get stopped out and you'll get stopped out in profit. Whether or not it's going to be a 3-to-1 in that sense, we'll find out, but they're not going to do for one time, right? You're going to stop out sometimes, and you're going to stop out break even. You're going to stop out with a slight loss. You're going to stop out with a slight win. They understand that because they've posted about it, saying that is risk management. So remember in the movie Bad Boys, when Martin Lawrence would go, "Woosah, breathe, my people." So now we understand what the 3-to-1 risk reward is. Now we understand that we can still utilize mental stops and mental take profits, so as long as we're not abusing the system and our risk reward parameters are sound, okay? And I'm living proof that you can do it, because I just did it and got paid $4,000 on my payouts. So what's next? Next is, you've probably been told that you can't pass a $250,000 evaluation in one day. Well, my friends, I did that today, and I didn't blow up the account, not even once. I just started trading this morning around 8:30 in it, and right before 11, a little bit after 10:30, I passed it. I finished it. Was it easy? Hell no, it wasn't easy. I was freaking mentally exhausted. I was done. After I was done, let me show you the stats, and then I'm going to show you the charts with my orders. Let's jump into that. Here we go, guys. So you can see today's date, 5/16. All right, today's Thursday. Remember, these accounts, these $250,000 accounts, massive special, 16 to 18 bucks for an evaluation, and best of all, $85 lifetime fee when you convert it to your PA after you've hit your profit target. Boom, $15,675 was my gross PNL. Net PNL, $15,008.50. Average trade time 2 minutes, longest trade time 7 minutes. I was only profitable 58% of the time, so I had losers in this one. Oh, Jesse, did you full port? Yeah, you're damn right, I full port, but not on every trade. Not on every trade. Full port on this one would have been 27 lots, 27 contracts, and I nailed it pretty damn good, because I didn't stay with 27 all the time, and I did scale in and out of the position, not trying to make it all at once. So you'll see here a 58% accuracy. We mosey on over here. Remember earlier how I told you risking $1 to make 3, and you don't have to worry about that 3-to-1 nonsense. Look at this, guys. My largest winning trade was $9,460. My largest losing trade was $2,295. Are you freaking kidding me? What kind of risk are you serious? Average winning trade, $1,620. My average losing was $700. This is over a 1 to 2. Are you serious? Come on, guys. Standard deviation 2449, 670 on the losers. My average winning trade was 2 minutes and change. Average losing trade was 3 minutes and change. Longest winning trade 7 minutes 22. Longest losing 6 minutes 24. Look at this, guys. Max run up 15,194, and then max drawdown was just 3,000. Drawdown on this account is 6,000. Guys, learn to manage risk and you're good to go. Now, how did I do it? The first couple of trades, full port, 27 contracts. Once I had a real nice buffer there and I was only a few thousand away, I started decreasing size, taking 10 lots here and there, taking 5 lots. There was at one point where I was like $50, $60 away from completing and getting my $15,000 so that I can pass the test, the evaluation. Guys, I was only 50, 60 bucks away. I ended up taking just 1-2 contracts at a time. I ended up losing $100, $200, $300. Oh, bro, I got so frustrated. And I was like, you know what? We're not going to blow this up. We're not going to blow this up. That's nonsense. We're going to stay trading it smallish. And guys, I went all the way down to being down like, when I say $1,200, $1,300 at one point, away again from, you know, I was down just $60 from target, 50, 60. And I ended up going all the way, drawing all the way down to like $1,300, something like that. I was like, wow, wait a second. So what I did was, you know, I adjusted position sizes depending on how close I was to my profit target and where my risk was on the chart, always. And in that little tidbit of like chop, I was only trading 5 contracts at times, just 5, in and out, in and out, in and out. And at the very end, once again, I was missing just $60. Took one trade with one lot and almost made it. Took another trade and it took me like 3 trades or two or three trades. Now I have a few recordings of these trades here, so let me show them to you. So here we go. We're short full pour right there, 27 contracts, okay, from 707. If we break back up over this little zone here, I'm going to stop out of it because I think at that point we're going to squeeze out and make a push towards 35. So we're just short from right here. Perfect entry, okay? And we're looking for a drop under 700. That's what I was looking for on this trade. Let me fast forward a little bit here. There we go. We got one drop. You can see we're already up $4,000 on this trade. Super concerned there when we bounced back into that zone. I did have, if I remember correctly, I did have a little profit in the account already, so it was good to go. Now, when we couldn't break back up over that level, I was so confident. I was like, if we're gonna flush, and there we go. Look at that, $7,000, nearly 8,000. So here I'm looking for that flush through 90. I'm like, okay, we got to get back through 90. I'm using a mental stop. I'm thinking to myself, if we get creep back up here towards this zone, I'm gonna go ahead and just exit market out. That's my panic button. There you go. See how my mouse cursor was over the panic button? That's what I call it anyways, the panic button. We're up $8,000. We're just looking for that big drop through the 90 zone and a test of down here before next possible bounce. Oh, look at that, guys. Are you freaking kidding me? What a monster trade that was. The next trade here, we got 5 lots. See, we came all the way down here. I tried to get my last few bucks in here and I just couldn't get it to work. So at this point I was down a few bucks on the trade. I mean, on the account. I was still well in profit. I was only a few $100 away, $1,200 away from completing the evaluation. And I'm here trying to see if we can get a bounce back up into the 714 zone. And we're not getting it. I'm not feeling super confident in this trade, but I have plenty of cushion and I know my trade plan. Fast forward this a little bit. So we start to push. We're up $900, 875, 900. I'm like, come on, just give us that little extra squeeze. We just need these shorts to cover a little bit more. Get that push up there towards the highs here. See if we get a push towards 20. We only need 1425 here. And then when we do get this trade here to work itself out, we're $1,100, closes off. And I guess I didn't account for commissions because I was still down. I'm not down on the account ever. I was still $50, $60 away from passing the evaluation. I'm like, come on, man, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Look what I do now. See how I switch it to a number 1? Well, you can't really see that there. See how I switch it to a 1 from a 5? That's because now I only need a couple bucks to fulfill my $15,000. There's no point in me continuing to trade larger size than I need in order to get to the goal. This is about managing risk and getting to the goal. All right, so at this point here, I only needed about $30. So I'm ready to buy on the bid. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to see if we can get a little flush into this 15 to 10 zone where I can just buy on the bid and then try to get a little pop back up. And if with that little pop back up, we'll more than make enough money to pass this evaluation. There it is. I'm in it. We're at 25, $35, $40, $50, close it out. And right there, guys, I was done. Finally done, $15,000. Let me show you what my chart looked like. I will zoom in for you guys. This is what my chart looked like today. The amount of trading I did was absolutely insane. Earlier in the morning, this was a really nice move right in here. Then we had that big move right in here. And then my little scalps in here just trying to add final few bucks, the final pieces of the puzzle to get the $15,000 to pass the evaluation. And now I will pay my $85 lifetime fee on this $250,000 account, and we'll throw it in there with the other 18 $50,000 accounts I have, giving me 19 accounts, one more for 20. We'll try to get it tomorrow. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope I answered all the questions that you had regarding Apex rules. They're really not new rules. They're the same rules they've had in the past. They're just talking about being more strict with them to push away the scammers and such. So that's a great thing, in my opinion. Just trade with trade plans, be responsible, don't be a gambler, and I think you should be rather okay. Smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel. Any questions, throw them in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on another one. Peace.